Last pick. And with that, the draft has concluded. Let's go! I'm so pumped about my fantasy team for this season. I didn't get all the guys I wanted, but I did get some of them, and I'm pumped for that. Let's see how fantasy football graded my draft. I got an F. What? What's up, everybody? Well, me and my family concluded our fantasy draft last night, and let's just say I thought I had a good team. I mean, fantasy football doesn't necessarily agree with me, but let's just say I think I got some good players on this team, but I will say I need you to see the team before you judge whether or not it's a good team. And so I have made this video for you so that you can see just how good my team actually is. Is it good or bad? And so let me show you what I compiled yesterday out of my draft class. Quarterback, CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is honestly one of my favorite quarterbacks in the game right now because he's such a likable quarterback because of the fact that he's Christian, which I can relate to, and that he's leading a team that's just been bad for a while, even with the Deshaun Watson situation. And CJ Stroud and the Texans are a feel-good story. And Stroud should go off this season with all of the weapons at his disposal, and that team is going to be so good. Halfback, Jahmyr Gibbs. It was kind of obvious that I was going to draft a Lions player at some point in the draft, and Jahmyr Gibbs is the player that I took. Jahmyr Gibbs has a lot of potential, and he's just going to get better and better, and will probably get more and more touches as the season goes on, because David Montgomery is getting up there in age, and Gibbs can really start to take over as RB1 this year. Wide receiver, Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is an interesting pick for me because Sam Laporta was taken 4 or 5 picks before me, and I probably would have taken Laporta if he was available at the time, but no matter. Instead, I got the promising rookie Malik Neighbors, who promises to step up immediately and be Daniel Jones' number 1 receiver, and he's going to get a lot of touches this year. Tight end, Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is a promising tight end because he gets to play with CJ Stroud. And though he won't get a whole lot of touches this season because of the amount of star players that they have on that offense, he's still going to produce because of the way that he's going to be able to get open with all the other targets on that offense, and that CJ Stroud is throwing him the ball. Flex, DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is a great option every year at fantasy football because he's one of the most physical receivers in the game. He is athletically just a freak. He can jump extremely high. You can see that he can run extremely fast. You can see that by the meme that happened where he chased down Buda Baker and not allowed him to score that touchdown. That's funny. But still, it is a great player to have on your fantasy football leagues, and I'm going to enjoy him this season. Defense, Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh defense is just consistently one of the best units in the entire NFL every single year. And whether the offense actually helps them out this season is yet to be determined. But that team will consistently keep them in games. TJ Watt is arguably the best defensive player in the NFL. He's easily top 5. And they're just going to be a great unit, as everyone expects. Kicker, Tyler Bass. Tyler Bass is infamous for missing the wide right 2 field goal. And it's just sad because he's a pretty good kicker, and now his reputation will forever be ruined unless the Bills make it back to a Super Bowl and they redeem themselves. And I think Tyler Bass is a great kicker, and I still think that he's going to put up good numbers for a kicker. And finally, we've got the bench players. And on the bench, we have Justin Fields, Austin Eckler, and Xavier Worthy. And with Xavier Worthy, I think the best thing about him is he's in the best possible scheme for him. He's just going to slot in as basically the Tyreek Hill of that situation. And Andy Reid already knows how to get explosive, speedy receivers open. So Xavier Worthy's probably not going to be a bust and should get a lot of playing time this season. As for Eckler, he's mostly a backup running back in case Gibbs goes down with an injury or can't play for a week. And Justin Fields is mostly an insurance option behind Stroud, but he also has a lot of upside in Pittsburgh where he could get some serious playing time. But considering that I got the 10th overall pick in the draft and it was a snake draft, how did you think I did? Do you think I did poorly? Do you think I did well? Do you think I got an F like they said I did here? And just tell me your opinion down in the comments because I honestly want to know. And I will be reading those comments. Do you understand me? You better understand me because I'm coming for you. Do you understand me? Okay, good. You understand me. And with that, peace!